Alright, what up ladies and gentlemen? Obviously you've clicked on this video to see how I made roughly $600 today. Today's Tuesday, November 12th. So I'm going to get into that, but first off, you guys have obviously clicked on this video because you are new traders, relatively new, who are struggling and obviously need help because that's why you're on YouTube. That's why you're trying to learn how other people are trading, watching videos on it. If you had everything figured out, I doubt you'd be watching a younger kid day trade and look at what I'm doing. But obviously what I'm doing is working because I've passed the 50K and I'm very close to making profits on this 50K account right here. So if you guys need some help, really focus on this video, wait till the end. I'm going to keep it super short and hopefully you guys can learn a couple things about the way I trade, and hopefully if you trade ICT or not, you can implement this into your own forms and tricks, tips and tricks of day trading. So yeah, let me get into it, and here we go. So first thing I want to point out, obviously with the elections, Trump being elected, we have very, very, very bullish price action for the last couple of days. That's kind of expected, completely fine, but we need to see a little bit of a retracement because this is just a huge, huge, huge bullish price leg. So look at this right here. First thing I want to point out, 4 hour what? 4 hour fair value gap, pretty darn big right here. And look at this, for the last 2 days, this 4 hour fair value gap has been putting in work, just rejecting more and more bullish price action. So look at that, you know, we're tapping into it, rejecting, tapping into it, rejecting. This thing has been a tank for us for the last 2 days, and it will probably keep being a tank for us until we just, you know, push like further down, you know, because we need to retrace at least half of this price leg because it's huge, it's massive. So that's the first thing I want to point out. This 4 hour gap played a huge part with my confluence for my trade. So now I'm going to drop down to the 15 minute. Look at this. Asia highs right before I take my trade. We'll get close to this in a second. Took it on the 1 minute, but look at this in the 15. Asia highs right here, swept right here. This is right before my trade. We sweep Asia highs, bang. Crazy. That's like amazing liquidity sweep. Always be looking for liquidity sweeps, whether it's higher time frame where you're looking at, you know, the day before, or if it's like even smaller sweeps of liquidity that were like, you know, not that far away, like I don't know, like this for example, this candle sweeping this candle, like smaller sweeps, but keep your eye out for those big sweeps. Like that's huge. So Asia swept, keep that in mind. Now we're dropping down to the one where I took this trade. What other confluences do we have? If you guys trade ICT, look at this, SMT, we got an SMT with ES right here, bang, love to see it. What else do we have below? Great liquidity pool, relative equal lows below. So I'm shooting for those guys 100%. Gonna get rid of the SMT, just more distractions. So boom, 1 minute inverse fair value gap right here. I don't know, it says IVFG, but it's IFVG, you know the difference. But yeah, so we inverse this 1 minute inverse fair value gap. That's great. I know some of you guys are saying, oh, but maybe it's on the 2. So originally my plan was to take it on the 2 because this gap's just a lot more obvious and it's just a nicer, cleaner gap. But look at the 1. Look at this 1 minute gap. Right when we close this gap on the 1, this candle just takes an absolute shit. Just dumps. It's not like huge, but it's quite a bit when you're looking for an entry. Like that's a 18 point candle. So I was looking at this on the 1. Originally I was going to wait for the close on the 2, but when I saw this next 1 minute candle start printing, I just jumped in. Right here, jumped in. I could tell by the way it was printing and how bearish it was that it's just going to keep dumping. So I hopped in. Fuck it. I don't have to wait for the 2. The 1 minute closed and I'll just have my stop right above that 1 minute. So this was the trade. I'll show you guys right here. So this 1 minute gap, stop is right above this gap right here, this inverse. And then we were targeting the best liquidity pool ever, equal lows or equal highs for that matter. And bang, stop loss right here. That's a disgusting, disgusting trade. Like I look at that risk to reward ratio. Look at that, a 5.48. That's nasty. And for you guys wanting to see the trade, I'm gonna put it up. I took some screenshots on my Trade-Evade account this morning, and boom, that is a filthy trade. Disgusting. So I hope you guys learned a couple things. You know, keep your eye out for higher time frame fair value gaps, you know, like the 4 hour that I just showed you guys, and how that might manipulate price. Keep an eye out for SMTs, huge, huge, huge. Keep an eye out for equal highs, equal lows. We're looking for sweeps of liquidity. Like, look at this internal sweep. This is what I was talking about earlier. So we had the really, really big sweep of Asia, right? We come up, we sweep Asia with this push up, or this push up right here. But what else? We also sweep this liquidity right here. Look for these smaller sweeps as well. If you know you're not like looking as far back as, you know, Asia session yesterday, which you should be. Look at this though. Look at this liquidity right here. That's a great liquidity sweep right there. So keep your eye out for liquidity sweeps. And yeah, I don't know. I hope this helped. I'm pumped on this trade. It was like a $600 trade. Wasn't in it for too long. Wasn't too stressful. And yeah, your boy's about to make some moolah, some money. It's coming soon. I'm feeling it. Only taking A+ setups. That's 7 Eye's go-to setup right now, and it hasn't failed us. So, you know, give that a shot if you guys are trading ICT. You know, look at the confluences that we're using and just be super patient. You know, try to improve your psychology when it comes to day trading. And, you know, this shit's pretty free if you can sit on your hands when you need to. And, you know, you can watch price for 3 hours, 2.5 hours, and, you know, just watch it. Watch it like a hawk and just be chill. Cool as a cucumber. And that's how I was. Monday, no trade, shitty dog shit price action. Tuesday, my setup came up, showed itself. What do I have to do? Click a button. That's all. That's all. And I just wait. I know what I'm waiting for. Equal lows. And, you know, it's like, how many points was that? I don't even know how many points this was, but it was, where did I get it? I got it in like around here. I got in like halfway down this candle. Like that's just like a 35 point trade, super chill, nothing crazy. And like, look at this. This price action's not the best, but I'd say that's one of the cleanest setups of the day. And you know, I was on that shit. So that's all I really wanted to come on here and talk about. It's only 8 minutes of me talking about that beautiful trade, and I hope you guys learned a couple things. I'm sure you guys know a lot of the stuff I'm talking about if you trade ICT, but if you don't, look into it. Watch some of the other videos where we're talking about these confluences and these kind of different ICT terms that help us, you know, figure out what makes a good trade and what doesn't. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.